I want to start by welcoming all of you to a momentous, long-awaited moment, occasion for the Alief community. And we are in District F with City Councilmember Tiffany Thomas. And yeah, come on, give it up. And let me just start by saying it has been refreshing to work with Councilmember Thomas as relates to her district, District F, and the other council members can attest to this. She's very hands-on with regards to her district. Yeah, I see Barbara Quattro over there. And then, and I think you know what I mean, Barbara. She's very hands-on about her district. And Mayor Marie Lee, I know you're proud of your council member. It's always good to see the mayor of Alief, and I want to thank her for allowing me to share the throne in her district. And look, we have some other outstanding council members who are here. Council member at large David Robinson, council member at large Sally Alcorn is also present. In a few minutes, you'll hear from Councilmember Tiffany Thomas, and then you will hear from the directors from the Department of Health, Director Williams. Parks today will be represented by Kenneth Allen, and then the Director of Libraries, Dr. Rhea Lawson, who will also all work to make the Alief Neighborhood Center successful. A few years ago, I included the Alief-Westwood area in the second phase of my Complete Communities initiative. Complete Communities is the public-private partnership strategy for achieving substantial transformational change in communities by listening to residents and following up with actions and address the needs and their shared aspirations. And that's what we have done here. This site will be the home to a new $54 million mixed-use center that will accommodate 3 City of Houston facilities under one roof. And I might add, this has been a project that's been in the works for a long time, more than 20 years. But I want you to know we are here. When completed, the new 69,900 square foot building will house services and staff provided by the Houston Parks and Recreation Department, the Houston Health Department, and the Houston Public Library. This new facility will provide community members and visitors with opportunities to gather and socialize, mingle, and play. And we're excited to be able to provide new programming and services that will meet the community needs and demands. I also want to acknowledge James Koski, who the Deputy Chief of Staff, who's worked very closely. James, hey, James. You can come a little bit closer. Parks will provide after-school and summer enrichment programs for youth, summer and after-school meals programs, sports and recreation leagues for youth and adults, as well as urban gardening and a walking trail. The Houston Health Department will provide free diabetes self-management education and many other health-related services to Houstonians in order to reduce and prevent chronic diseases. The public library will provide access to books as well as digital resources and state-of-the-art technology. And again, I want to also acknowledge GHD. I know I saw Richard here today. Where's Richard? Richard Bella, thank you for GHD. And both of you all can come a little closer. Not only will this be a first of its kind facility for the city, it will be a destination for the arts and cultural expression, with 3 new civic art works being specifically chosen for the Alief Community Center. Strong, vibrant, and creative cities need strong, vibrant, and creative public spaces that are relevant and welcoming to attract visitors and the people who live here. Therefore, the City of Houston, through the Mayor's Office of Cultural Affairs, is investing nearly $800,000 in 1 outdoor and 2 indoor artworks that will be created by some of our very own Houston artists. There will also be new places inside the building for rotating art displays by local artists or even school groups, so everyone can have the opportunity to join in making the community center as culturally vibrant as the Alief community. Houston is a global city, linked by commerce and culture to countless spaces around the world. And our arts and culture are infused with a diversity of expression that is unmatched by any other city. Nowhere is that more apparent than right here in Alief. I want to thank District F Councilmember Tiffany Thomas again for her involvement in the artist selection process, and we look forward to announcing the artists in the coming months. And thank you, council members, for being a tremendous advocate for Alief. We'll turn now to your council member, someone who has come in running, and it almost seems like instead of being almost 1 year, Barbara seems like she's been doing the work for several years because she is just hands-on, not only as it relates to this, but chairing the city's Housing and Community Development Committee as well. So I give you none other than your beloved member who only lives a few run from here, Councilmember Tiffany Thomas.
All right, Chair.
Thank you. Get my remarks ready. Before I share acknowledgments, and I want to take my mask off because I want y'all to see how excited I am about today. The mayor's remarks, I was ear to ear. But as we like to affectionately call Alief, Southwest Alief, Texas, I want to welcome you to the west side, which everyone knows is the best side of Houston. And so thank you for traveling out west for this momentous occasion. So today would not be possible if it was not for the vision of several residents close to 25 years ago. Some of them are here today and some of them are not, and so I want to acknowledge them by name. Ann and Henry Williams, Dan Herna, Noreen Smith, Natalie LaCasa, our very own Marie Lee, Kevin Cabeda, Francisco Garcia, Barbara Quattro, Doug Smith, the entire Super Neighborhood 25, and a host of others. I want to personally thank you for your tenacity and your patience for 25 years, because we all know that delay does not mean denial. I also would like to acknowledge previous city council members that accepted the will of the people to advance this capital improvement project. On January 29th, I had the pleasure, along with my colleagues who join me today, for voting for the funding from the Houston Public Library, Houston Parks Department, and Houston Health, totaling close to $55 million. Today is not just about the residents of Alief and their vision coming finally to fruition, but this is about us imagining what our city could look like when we invest funding, when we design buildings with resiliency, with community input in mind, and we leverage our city buildings as assets for all. Lastly, I would like to thank Mayor Sylvester Turner for keeping his promise to Alief residents. I hope that this example is a demonstration of what we can do for the entire city. I believe that when we get it right in Alief, we can get it right anywhere. I look forward to celebrating with you again when we have our final ribbon cutting very soon. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you. And I forgot to acknowledge Noreen, because Noreen is the one who makes me brownies on a regular. Is that out there? You are, Noreen. How you doing? You bring me anything? All right. I love me some Alief. Let me also acknowledge Debbie McNulty, the Director of the Mayor's Office of Cultural Affairs. Thank you, Debbie, for being here. Okay, at this point in time, let me bring now on Kenneth Allen, representing the Parks Department. Kenneth.
Thank you, Mayor. Councilmember Thomas. Thank you for your continued support in terms of municipal staff and the community itself. Without your leadership and without your tenacity, days like this simply would not happen. And it's because of collaborations and partnerships and working together we achieve more. As a prime example of that, I grew up in Houston, and to have a facility, like this in a neighborhood, when you think about parks, when you think about libraries, and you think about health, that's the nucleus of our community. So what a wonderful opportunity for all of us to be in one location, in one place, serving the entire community. I believe this is the only facility in the city where you have 3 major departments working together. That is something to really celebrate. So I want to give us a round of applause for that. Some of the wonderful opportunities that we'll be able to take part in terms of this project and what it'll bring to this community, a public plaza, a lawn area, a community garden, a market area, walking trails, a nature trail, along with lighting and landscaping. And then from a parks perspective, when you think about a brand new swimming complex that'll be here, along with a full-size competition gymnasium, and then a perimeter elevated walking track above the gym, that's outstanding. A playground, a climbing trail, a tennis courts, skate park, 3 full-size soccer field with a futsal courts. For those that don't know futsal, small-sided soccer, it's a way to grow the game through development. And then we'll have some wonderful after-school and summer enrichment programs along with a meals program. So I just want to thank everybody involved and all the stakeholders in this process on making this happen. And one of the unique features of the facility is it's elevated, which will protect the facility when we have flood events. And there's a porch area that's also elevated. So it'll be a wonderful site, and thank you all and everybody that's involved. Thank you. And next, there you go. Thank you.
Thanks, Kenneth. As you were reading off everything that's in this facility, I leaned over to Councilmember Robinson and said, I didn't know we included all of that. Somebody kind of put some things in there.
I'm glad they did.
Hell, I didn't know we put all that in there. Okay, Dr. Lawson, Director of the Houston Public Library System. Dr. Lawson.
Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you, Dr. Lawson.
Hi, everybody. This is a very special day. We're so excited to be here as we demonstrate the power of combined resources of the library, Parks and Recreation, and the health departments. All 3 departments have a long and proud history of working together to meet the needs of communities we collectively serve. This amazing project is the realization of our long-held vision to provide one-stop services to Houstonians in their communities. So it's quite possibly a national model. The Alief Neighborhood Center is a true model of interdepartmental collaboration and the smart use of city resources. Together with my fellow directors, Steve and Steve, at Parks and Health, we are able to exemplify through this project the principles set forth in Mayor Turner's complete community framework and demonstrate that the whole is greater than the sum of its parts. The Houston Public Library is thrilled to take part in this historic moment. I want to join the mayor and the council member for thanking all the community leaders and elected officials. Without their support, without your support, this would not be the day to celebrate. I'm extremely pleased to share that this library location will have many exciting elements of the TechLink library. That means that it will have a supercharged digital space, Mayor, offering the latest in the state-of-the-art technologies, music, video, art, and much more. So I know you can't wait to see it, and we can't wait to bring it to you. Yeah. Special thanks to GSD Director CJ Messiah and his team, the teams at Park and Health, and everybody has just worked so collaboratively together. And lastly, I want to thank my amazing team for their commitment to this project and ongoing efforts towards serving the Alief community and communities across this city. I'm happy to be here today and look forward to the grand opening.
All right, Dr. Lawson. Yeah, that's state-of-the-art technology. No wonder why it's costed $55 million and almost 70,000 square feet. I got that now. I'm going to explain that to the other district members. At this point in time, let me bring on Director Williams of the City of Houston Health Department. Director Williams, what you got new to add on this?
Mayor, I didn't know all this stuff was going to be here either. I want to thank the mayor, council, community members, and the staff of the 3 departments that have come together to create this vision. Rhea is right. For years, we have been talking about having be co-located not only with the library and the health department, but also with parks. And I'm really grateful, Rhea and Mayor, of the fact that we don't have to give up space just to move the library in a new facility. It's going to be there from the get-go. What we've experienced is that when we have collective departments together, that the service is not only richer, but it really draws a broader array of clientele. And for me, that's indicative of actually serving the community. Here in this center, what we're going to have is 3 core programs, but also bring other things. Our Alief-Westwood clinic will move to this location, providing a financial savings from the location we're currently leasing in this community. And Mayor, you cannot have the money because it's grant money. We can't spend it on city leased property, just in case you're thinking. WIC safeguards the health of low-income pregnant, postpartum, breastfeeding women, infants, and children up to age 5 by providing nutritious food, information on healthy eating, including breastfeeding, promotion, and support and referral to health care. For the older adults in Alief, we will also have new programming and services through our Harris County Area Agency on Aging, which coordinates a variety of comprehensive services for adults 60 years or older and caregivers. And the last program that will be a core program here is a program for everybody. The center will mark a significant expansion of our health department's Diabetes Awareness and Wellness Network, which provides free diabetes self-management, education, and many other health-related services to reduce and prevent chronic disease. The COVID-19 pandemic shines a spotlight on the importance of accessible and equitable public health programs and services that empower all Houstonians to live healthy lives. When you think about it, the public health programs here will touch every age group. Babies will benefit from WIC, adults will be served through our chronic disease program, and those 65 and older will have additional community services. This center will truly offer something for everyone, and I'm grateful for all the partners that came together in order to make this vision come alive.
And quite frankly, when you've waited 25 years for this center, you're deserving of everything and so much more. And it's not the last thing that we'll be doing out in the Alief area. It's one of several, and the council members already talked about just some additional things that we need to do. So I want to close by giving the biggest credit to the people in Alief who have repeatedly championed this project and made sure that it was maintained as a priority and that we get it done. And so to all of you, to all of the people that Councilmember Tiffany Thomas named and so many others, thank you all for being patient. Thank you all for voting for the bond proposal. Thank you for doing that, and I very much appreciate it. And then Councilmember Tiffany Thomas, thank you again for your incredible leadership. Now, having said that, I've got questions on here, but I don't think there's. Does anybody have any questions? Anything? If not, we're going to take some pictures. But I'm a councilmember. I'm gonna give you the last say, though.
Oh, thank you so much. And just also in closing, I want to acknowledge Patrick Woods. He's my neighbor, but he's also one of the architects on this project. So I don't bother him. I don't harass him. So not yet. We missed them timelines. I may have to knock on your door. But I just want to thank each of you for coming out here. There's a lot that's happening. We have historically been known as the Forgotten District, District F. We are forgotten no more. And we see that happening with the resources the city has extended, COVID testing, PPE, food, utility assistance, working with our nonprofits in the community. And so this is just one example of how we we can have a more complete community. You see what I did? You see what I did there? You saw that? Okay, all right. Did y'all get that? So this is just one. And so we believe that revitalization is happening in our community, and this model will demonstrate that for the city. So thank you again for showing up.
Okay. I'm sorry. I don't want to forget Congressman Al Green, because I know he was doing everything he could to get here. So I certainly want to. Is one of his staff persons here? You want to come up and just, because I don't want to forget Congressman Al Green with the federal dollars that we need. I want to keep every friend that we have. Don't want to lose one. So Congressman Al Green, we appreciate you, because if you'll come and represent.
Hi, just on behalf of the Congressman, we enjoy working with the city and all local stakeholders on projects such as these that are going to give back to obviously the District F community and the 9th Congressional District of Texas. So thank you.